Hey guys, welcome back to the Blues Lesson Series. So in the previous videos we were looking at dominant 7 chords and their inversions. In this video we're going to work on some chord extensions. So 13 chords, 9 chords, 6/9 chords, stuff like that. So this is a pretty big topic, and there's tons of chords that you can find on the neck once you start digging into it, but we're going to look at some of the more common ones. And we'll put some in A, some in D, some in E to vary it up, and of course to keep in with that practice of playing chords that are close to one another on the neck, because that makes more sense. So we'll also start with one and then kind of show what we're manipulating through from one chord to the next, so we can kind of understand where each chord is coming from. So we're going to start with an A6 chord. So that's going to be finger 1 on string 6 fret 5, finger 3 on string 4 fret 7, finger 2 on string 3 fret 6, and finger 4 on string 2 fret 7. So I've got A, C sharp, and F sharp. That's a pretty commonly used 6 shape, and that'll change up the sound of your blues a little bit more smooth. It doesn't have that bite that a dominant 7 does. So, and if you know a major 7 shape, like if I brought my finger down here to the 5th string, it'd be a major 7 shape. If you are familiar with that, then this should feel pretty easy to get into. So A6 there. Now we're going to flip-flop a couple fingers here. So I'm going to basically my finger that was on A, I came off of A and I put it on G, but I had to switch my fingering around a little bit. So I've got finger 1 on string 6 fret 5, I've got finger 2 on string 4 fret 5, finger 3 on string 3 fret 6, and finger 4 on string 2 fret 7, and that is going to be an A13 chord, or just a 13 shape. So 6, and then 13. We get that flatted 7th in there, and it gives a little bit more of that dominant sound. All right, and then we're going to go to an A9 chord. So I'm going to have my second finger on string 6 fret 5 again, my third finger on string 4 fret 5, and my index finger on string 3 fret 4, which is the 9 there, and then finger 4 on string 2 fret 5. So I've got A, G, E, and E. That's an A9 chord. And we're just going to do one more in this position, and this is going to be a rootless 9 chord. It's basically the same thing as this, except we're going to eliminate that note on the 6th string and rearrange the fingers a little bit. So I've got finger 1 now on string 5 fret 4, finger 3 is in the same spot, string 4 fret 5, finger 2 is on string 3 fret 4, and finger 4 is where it already was previously, string 2 fret 5. So that's a rootless 9 chord. So this is with the root intact, and then this is replacing the root with the 3rd C sharp there. All right, so those two chords very closely related. All right, now we're going to go do some D chords. So we're going to start out with a D9 chord. We're going to be in the same position here. Finger 2 is going to go on string 5 fret 5. Finger 1 is going to be on string 4 fret 4. Finger 3 is going to be on string 3 fret 5, and finger 4 is going to be on string 2 fret 5. This is a very commonly used 9 shape. So this is a D9 chord. I've got D, F sharp, C, and E. String set 5, 4, 3, 2. All right, now a variation off of that is we're going to let this note that I'm playing with my ring finger, it's going to fall down a half step, so from C to B, and that is going to turn it into a 6/9 chord, D6/9. So I've got Middle finger is where it was previously, second finger on string 5, fret 5. Then I've got my index finger barring strings 4 and 3 at the 4th fret, and my ring finger, or finger 3, is on string 2, fret 5. So I've got D, F sharp, B, and E. And then we're just going to do one more variation there. This is going to shift us back a little bit, but we're going to use a couple of the same notes here. So it's kind of like this shape turned around in a sense. So it's going to be finger 1 on string 5, fret 3, finger 3 on string 4, fret 4, finger 4 on string 3, fret 4, and finger 2 on string 2, fret 3. Hopefully I didn't say any of that wrong. So I have C, F sharp, B, and D. That's an inverted D13 chord there. The root is on string 2. Alright, and then we're going to move into some E chords here. So I'll go ahead and relate this first shape to the first D9 chord that we played there. I'm going to slide this up to make it an E9 chord, so I'm on fret 7, 6, 7, 7 there. I'm going to eliminate this note, the root on string 5, and I'm going to play the same chord more or less, but on string set 4, 3, 2, 1. So I've got finger 1 on string 4, fret 6, and then my middle finger is barring strings 3, 2, 1 at fret 7. So that's a rootless E9 chord there, and it's important to see that it comes out of that other shape, or to visually connect that. You know, that stuff really helps me out, and I think that generally is the case for most people. Alright, now if we hold that same shape and we reach out with our pinky to string 1, fret 9, that's going to turn it into an E13 chord, still rootless. That's a pretty commonly used E13 chord, or just a 13 chord. Then we go back to our 9 shape here, and I'm going to take my middle finger off of the bar, and I'm only going to press down strings 2 and 1, but I'm going to use individual fingers. So I've got finger 1 pressing down the 6th fret of strings 4 and 3, and then middle finger, or finger 2, on string 2, fret 7, and finger 3 on string 1, fret 7. This is going to be a rootless E6-9 chord. So I've got G sharp, C sharp, F sharp, and B. And that's it, guys. Those are all the chords we're going to cover in this video. It'll give you plenty to work on. You can create nice little melodies, or chord riffs with those, but it'll also just give your blues a different sound. Go back and run it through with some of the use these chords with some of those strum patterns that we did in previous videos. Mix them in with your dominant 7th chords and their inversions. That should give you plenty of material to work with and get a good little finger workout. Next, we're going to start looking at some chord riffs and shuffle riffs. So stay tuned. We'll see you in the next video. Thanks a lot.